the world checking it out. Top 10 PS2 games of all time. You know, in my top 2, I got that Metal Gear and I got that Grand Theft. You know what I'm saying? This list is by IGN. So we're going to see what they believe are the top 10 PS2 games of all time.
The PlayStation 2 was a revolutionary console, both in terms of a massive library of games. It birthed franchises that are still going strong today.
God of War, I never got into that.
For future generations to enjoy. With a catalog of almost 2,000 games, picking the absolute best was no easy feat. But after much deliberation, here are our picks for the best PS2 games of all time.
Let's get it.
God of War was the total package. A technical marvel featuring some of the most visually impressive boss fights ever seen, it offered up a fantastic mix of combat, puzzle solving, and
I know a lot of God of War fans,
all
yo.
wrapped up in a compelling story about a very, very, very angry man. Above all else, though, the original God of War planted the seeds for what would eventually become one of the greatest action series of all time.
Number 9.
The idea behind Okami, that you're a god in the form of a wolf whose paintings come to life by using a divine celestial brush, sounds off the wall, but it works.
Yeah, it's
and
beautiful
Okami
looking.
Is a beautiful, expertly
Oh
designed,
shit, he said the same
cohesive
thing as
work
me.
of art. Its gorgeous painterly style is more than enough to draw people in, but its charming story, creative puzzles, and fun action-driven combat prove to be unwavering pillars of radiance all on their own, making Okami a must-play both on the PS2 and modern consoles alike.
Damn, that's fire looking.
Every Final Fantasy game tries to switch things
Gotta
up
be
and
in
keep
there.
the genre fresh, but Final Fantasy X made some of the biggest changes the series had ever seen. The switch to a sphere grid leveling system and removal of the active time battle system made 10 more accessible, its story was easier to understand, and for the first time ever, the in-game cutscenes had characters that could actually pass as real human people thanks to the hardware upgrades of the PS2. Sure, it ended up having some memeable moments, but the overall story was well told and one that people still love to this day. Plus, it asked one of the most pointed questions in gaming history.
What's that?
Is Blitzball good?
Shit, it was fire to me when I played it.
Silent Hill 2 is a disorienting nightmare.
Damn, Silent Hill.
It gets under one's skin and stays there for
I couldn't play
years
that, bro. I
after
was too scared of this shit.
A more fully realized version of its predecessor, Silent Hill 2 pitches its central nightmarish
Too
town
scared.
as a manifestation of its protagonist's mental state, embracing unreliable narration, multiple endings, and the uneasy juxtaposition of the mundane with the horrific. Its hold on your nerves can best be evoked with that famous call to action. Jump down the hole? You have, of course, no choice but to accept.
Oh, what?
One of the most divisive and brilliant games of all time, Metal Gear Solid 2 is constantly shifting what players think.
I mean, I'm
they
glad
know
it
and
made the
understand
top
about
10
the
list
game
at
into
least.
something completely different. A game about the spread of misinformation that actively used misinformation in so much of its marketing, MGS2 was thematically and mechanically ahead of its time.
Look at
even
that.
though it initially turned off fans and critics by replacing series hero Solid Snake
Hideo
with the
Kojima.
younger, more outspoken Raiden. It has, however, aged like a fine wine, and is still regarded as one of the best stealth games, both with and without vampires, ever created.
I might play this on the stream one day.
Grand Theft Auto 3 may have revolutionized the open-world game with its third-person perspective.
Vice City was
but it
definitely
the
fire,
2002
bro.
sequel that took
Music,
the concept and perfected it. Vice
cars,
City upped its game in nearly
first
every
game with the
conceivable
bikes.
way. It added a story that was both a compelling narrative and expert satire of all of its 80s-era inspirations, a cast of memorable characters voiced by Hollywood pros, including the likes of Ray Liotta, Dennis Hopper, and Burt Reynolds, improved on almost every aspect of its mechanics and gameplay, and Vice City still has one of the best video game soundtracks ever.
Hey,
Even
I just
now,
said
after
it.
being ported to PC,
I'm really tapped
handheld,
in. These
and
all
mobile
live
platforms,
reactions too, bro.
Vice
I ain't
City
never watched
remains
this
not
video.
just one of the best PS2 games ever, but one of gaming's all-time greats. Resident Evil 4 was a magnificent shakeup for the series.
Man, I should have been in a 5 to 10. I don't know. Never mind. Resident Evil is low-key
A
iconic.
greater focus on action didn't dull the horror either.
High-key
Resident
iconic.
Evil 4 was still a deeply uneasy experience thanks to its monsters. The Luz Illuminados, the Regenerators, and the Chainsaw Men are all still unforgettable. And it introduced a
This
strong
shit gave me
sense of
nightmares
the
too, bro. I
weird
couldn't really
that
play this
turned
too much either.
into an iconic phrase. More of a puzzle game hidden within a giant boss
This was a
fight
beautiful
shell,
game, too.
Shadow of the Colossus left you in awe well after its credits had rolled. Turning the should-be heroic affair of slaying giant monsters in the name of love, melancholy,
This is on
and the
PS4
subtlest
now,
ways,
too. I might
it was
low-key
an
have to play
impactful
this
and
for the stream,
unforgettable
too.
experience, unlike anything we had played before. Shadow of the Colossus's bleak world, clever puzzles, understated storytelling, dynamic music, and, of course, badass giant colossi still stand tall above many games even today. Metal Gear Solid 3 took a step back from the high-tech and concept structure of MGS2, and in doing so gave us what is still widely regarded as the best entry in the franchise to date. Mechanically, Snake Eater expanded on all the revolutionary systems
eating food, healing,
predecessor, added new survival elements like hunger and
camouflage,
and presented us with some of the cleverest boss fights of all time. The later Subsistence re-release even included further mechanical updates like a free-moving third-person camera, but MGS3's strongest element by far is its story. A complex tale of honor and duty, of love and patriotism, one that not only works as a self-contained experience, but sets up and recontextualizes every other game in the series as well.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Gotta be.
While Rockstar consistently found bold new ways to raise
the
bar, 2004's GTA San Andreas represented a leap forward like we'd never seen before.
Iconic.
The game's vast, vibrant state of San Andreas, with 3 cities based loosely on Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Las Vegas, became the perfect playground for players to have CJ and his cohorts survive gang shootouts, high-speed police chases, and frantic, sprawling heists on foot or in dozens of different vehicles. San Andreas also introduced RPG and survival elements into the series for the first time, like tracking what CJ ate or how much he worked out, and adjusting his abilities accordingly. While all of the GTA series are classics in their own right, San Andreas is one of the most robust and memorable open-world games ever made, and the pinnacle of gaming experiences on the PlayStation 2. Those are our picks for the best PlayStation 2 games ever. What made your list that wasn't on ours? Let us know in the comments and check out our full list of the 25 best.
My list is made. I might have to play a couple of these though for the stream. Or just on the YouTube, do playthroughs.
You're already in the right place. IGN.
Hey, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if something you had on your list wasn't in there or not. Shit, I don't know. The world.